Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great today and that your week is going great. Wow, there is so much stuff going on and I am just trying to keep my focus on everything that's going on right now. I'm about to embark on a 2 to 3 week business trip. Please pray for me because I am totally stressed out, which is why I'm doing this video right now. And so I just wanted to talk about something real quick right now, something that I'm seeing. I bounced this off of Lee Brainerd recently, and he and I are in agreement, and I'm gonna make an announcement. Big announcement, actually. You're gonna love this, so please stay to the end. So I'm gonna make this one, though, short and sweet. Here it is. I believe that we are entering a new realm of deception going on in the world, especially within the church. And so what I am talking about today is very specific in terms of the rabbit holes. There are so many rabbit holes and so many traps to go down, from, moon landings to flat earthers to is Trump evil to what's going on in Ukraine to, you just name it, what's happening in Israel. And so what I'm finding is that many Christians are getting deceived, getting really drawn into things that maybe are true, maybe they're not true. Here's a good one. Everybody's looking at Palantir. I wish I had bought their stock a year ago. But in fact, speaking of stocks, I almost want to even put together an axis of evil stocks and go invest in them, because I don't think that they necessarily are going to go down because the government's all funding them. That's a whole other. My gosh, I just went down a rabbit hole. Anyway, that being said, what I'm finding is that many Christians are getting distracted from the true area that we need to be focusing on, which is purely Jesus and the Great Commission and what we are supposed to do. And it's even to the point now where I'm finding, I had somebody even recently say to me that they didn't want to do anything publicly because they work with evil people and, they're in fear for their life. And it's just like, oh, that's really bizarre, because I'm thinking, okay, then whose life is this? If you start looking at the apostles, their life, they understood their life was not theirs. Their life was for God to do whatever God wanted to do in their life and to guide them. And that's kind of what I'm seeing us in these moments. We can easily get distracted by so many things that are out there. And there are so many things that are out there. But this is the point. Don't let it take your focus off. In fact, even the latest one that I'm seeing, oh my gosh, everybody's saying Rapture, September 23rd. Hey, my rule book is this, is if you put a date on it, it ain't going to happen on that day. It's that simple. So I'm not believing any of this. And I go back to my very simple things that I've said many times before, that I'm trying to just suggest to all of you. Read your Bible regularly, pray regularly, and when given opportunities, witness to people. Be bold in your faith. You got to be bold in your faith, because you know what? At the end of the day, God is going to hold you accountable and say, well, why didn't you say this to XYZ within your circle of influence? That's my word for that. I have a couple of announcements going on right now, and this is actually a really cool thing. So for those of you who have followed me for a while, I started a website called themightyright.com. And what has come from that is there are Zoom calls that are done once a week, one in Australia and one in the United States. Well, during my time in the US just recently, what I did was I reached out to a lot of the American pastors there. And as a result, what's happening now in the coming weeks is we have some very special guests who are going to join us on the Zoom calls for Q&A sessions, and all of you are welcome. It would be great to have a whole bunch of people come. So here it is. You can check it out on the website. It's going to be Billy Crone, Tom Hughes, Pete Garcia, good to see him, Mondo Gonzalez and JB Hickson right now. That's how it's going into October, unless the rapture happens on the 23rd. But that being said, look, all of you are welcome. You'll just go to the website, you'll click on the link. It is 5:30 Central Time, USA Central Time. And look, you're all welcome. It'd be great to see you. And on those dates, you can check the website and all like that. It gives you all the information. Folks, that's it. I am leaving this weekend and I am gone to Indonesia, Singapore, and the Philippines for 2 or 3 weeks, something like that, for business-related stuff. Pray for my safety, please. Please. And everything else that's going on. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in today. And look, I hope to see you, on the Zoom calls. And hope to see you all next time.